This is my video message to Mick Pieres from Sri Lanka. Firstly, Mick, if you want to support change the Australia Day, that's your business, right? I'm not against the Aboriginal people as what you made out that I was, but I don't support the Australia Day change, but I will say maybe there could be two separate days, two special days on the 26th for the people who want to celebrate on the 26th of January, which I do. And maybe in October, maybe they can have an Aboriginal Day, right? A public holiday for all Australians, and for the people who want to learn the history, right? They can, right? The Aboriginal history. I have no problem with that. But when people want to force the Aboriginal history for people to learn that, then I'm not interested in that. I'm sorry. You are, Mick. Then you said that God would understand. Firstly, you don't believe in the God of the Bible. I do, Mick. The fact is we live in a sinful world because of Adam and Eve. So there's always been since the fall, murder and all that sort of stuff, invasions and all that. So that is life. I'm sorry that the Aboriginals got treated badly, but that's not my problem because I wasn't part of that. But I am entitled, right? When I'm entitled to celebrate Australia Day on the 26th, you don't have to, but I will, Mick. Then you had to go at me about my Lord that the Bible is not true. There's more evidence that Jesus is real, and you were saying that it's all man-made. No, it isn't. It is the Bible. While it's written by man, God told the people what to write, and people witnessed things like the disciples of Jesus. Paul wrote a fair bit of the New Testament. Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John, Jesus' disciples. So they wrote parts of the New Testament and the Old Testament because the New Testament doesn't start until the death of the testator. You say that Jesus never existed. Well, I believe the Bible to be true, right? And I asked you when you went on like that, I said, are you saved? Obviously not, Mick, right? My works is not good enough. No one's works is, but for the people who are unsaved, they will be judged by their works, right? The Bible is certainly true, Mick, right? Israel is back in the land. There's many other things I can say that history proves that the Bible is real, right? If you have a look at Sodom and Gomorrah, right? The old towns, you can see it's all the sulfur and lava being on it. the scientists test the percentage of sulfur, 98% pure sulfur on those sites, where normal lava from volcano eruptions is about 40% sulfur, right? That proves uh, those God did pour out uh, uh, lava, or that brimstone, right, from heaven. He opened up the heavens and poured it on Sodom and Gomorrah, those towns, because of sodomy. So I do believe the Bible to be true, and I take the Bible seriously. And it's not what we do. Thank goodness in the New Testament we're under Paul's ministry, and it's all about putting our faith in what Jesus did, and he shed blood, and that's what I do. And you think I'm brainwashed? Well, you can think that as much as you want, Mick, but you certainly find out when you at the white throne judgment, unless if you believe before you die. Then when you die and you're unsaved, you'll find out, Mick, the hard way, right? And you certainly know then Jesus is real, and it'll be too late for you. And if you die unsaved, then the saved will watch the unsaved be thrown into the lake of fire at the white throne judgment. The saved will see. The saved will see. Witness the white throne judgment. I rather believe, and it's my choice to believe, and I'll put my trust, and I always will put my trust in what Jesus did for me on the cross, and I'll never forget the shedding of his blood. Okay, it's your choice not to believe, and that's fine. But when you started having a go about me, about my Lord, I will stand up for Jesus, and I don't care what you say or anyone else says, Mick. Okay, thanks, Mick. Okay, bye.